Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for coverage of the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series. Tonight, these Super Late Models will be taking on North Wilkesboro Speedway for 125 laps of racing action. I'm going to be your announcer for tonight, @Lee@ManLease, and I'm excited to call all the racing action here tonight again at North Wilkesboro. We are having a little bit of a retro broadcast. You can see in the top left corner of your screen, we got the Intensity Broadcasting retro logo, so it's always cool running here at North Wilkesboro. Now, last week, we were not at North Wilkesboro, we were at the Bull Ring, and we saw Aaron Johnson got his second win of the season, leading every single lap of the race. After starting in second, he was able to get by pole sitter Corey Bigley on lap one and ran away ever since then. Jason Warren ended up finishing second. Corey Bigley finished third. Kyle Martinson finished fourth. And then rounding out your top five was Shannon Wilder. We saw 9 cautions, which accounted for 40 caution laps. So it was a bit of a... We just saw a lot of cautions, a lot of beating and banging, so I think we might see not quite as much of that here tonight at North Wilkesboro. And so after last race, we see Corey Bigley is your current point standings leader. He has a 6-point lead over second place in points. Aaron Johnson, Corey, both of them have 2 wins apiece. Third in points right now it is Donald Clark. Fourth in points, it's Rick Rube, and then fifth in points right now, it is A.J. Rogers. So again, 6 points separate first and second. Tonight's event could greatly affect how our point standings is going to look. Right now in practice, we see Daniel Pope on the top of the board with a 17.72. He ran a pretty much identical lap time to what Jason Warren ran. It came down to the 10,000ths of a second to determine who was going to be ahead of who. We see Corey Bigley third with the 17.76. Fourth is Kyle Martinson. Fifth is Rick Rube. And the top 5 all separated by less than a tenth. Tight field here tonight. This should be interesting. CJ Grooms Facebook says first time in the race. Well, good luck tonight, CJ. Thanks for tuning in, saying hi on the stream. Great group of drivers in this league, so you should have a good time here tonight. Matt Geis says, go Duke. Yeah, I know. This is the Tar Heel 80 tonight. The Tar Heel and its association with North Carolina has like a lot more than just North Carolina, but I just chose that because that's the state nickname, but I'm sure we're going to get a lot of Duke fans upset about that one. But thanks for tuning in, Matt. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream so far. Hopefully these drivers can put on a good show for you tonight. Here we go. Qualifying is underway. There's the 10 of Shannon Wilder, the man from Williamsburg, Kentucky, in that 10 machine. Lap 1 for Shannon Wilder. Now, North Wilkesboro, we're 2 weeks in a row, we're going from two polar opposite tracks between the bull ring and here. Here at North Wilkesboro, we got very, very wide turns, a lot longer track, while at the bull ring, really, really tight turns and a very, very short track. So we're going to see a lot different driving. Drivers are going to have to drive their cars differently here tonight. This should be fun. We see Jason Warren to the top of the board. He ran a 17.78, and that will put him 100th faster than second place Jason Warren. Third is Daniel Pope, who ran a 17.79, so he is 200ths off of Martinson. There we go. We're looking at some of our other drivers. There's Shane Bedford in the 82 machine. He's right now, last time he ran an 18.02. That puts him about 2/10 off of Kyle Martinson. Rick Rube, this time he is going to run 18.26, slower than his first lap time of an 18.22. So that will put Rick, he's about 4/10 off of Kyle Martinson. Here's Aaron Johnson, last week's winner, ended up getting his second win of the season at the bull ring. He gets to 4th on the board with a 17.95, still about 2/10 off of Kyle Martinson. Second lap time, let's see if Johnson improves. He does. He ends up running a 17.79, so he is 300ths off of first place Kyle Martinson. So there you go. That is going to do it. Everybody who is going to qualify has. One driver that didn't qualify is Kevin Davis. So we'll see if he goes out on track. We would like to thank, first of all, Shaka iRacing Performance for all of their support for this league. They are the title sponsor. And we'd also like to thank Big Frig for all their support of Thunderstruck. Big Frig provides high-quality stainless steel double-wall vacuum-sealed tumblers, as well as high-quality roto-molded coolers. Big Frig caters to the consumer, whether you are an adventurer, outdoorsman, sports fanatic, or just someone who enjoys a hot cup of joe. Big Frig knows that not every customer is the same, so they design their products to fit your needs. Take the Badlands coolers along with you to your next barbecue or on your next hunting or fishing trip. Or take along their 30-ounce Big Frig on a fishing trip and have a cold drink on hand for an all-day excursion. All of their products are made durable with stainless steel construction. Their double-wall vacuum installation helps with temperature preservation, keeping drinks cold for over 50 hours and hot for 5+ hours. Now, if you do want to purchase products from Big Frig, you can visit their website, bigfrig.com, and you can buy stuff directly from there. You can also search up Big Frig on Amazon, and all of their products will pop up on there. And also, you can look at their website, click on dealer locations, and you can see if your nearest sporting goods store has Big Frig in stock. So again, if you are looking for high-quality stainless steel double-wall tumblers and coolers, then Big Frig is definitely the way to go. So here we go. Looks like Kyle Martinson qualifying on the pole. It looks like we are going to have a B main. But, so in this league, top 5 advances, and then the rest of the drivers have to fight in through the heat race. But top 15, there's only 16 drivers, so there's really going to be only one driver in this B main. That's Kevin Davis. So here we go. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the B main. Starting on the pole in the number 021, he did not turn a qualifying lap. That is Kevin Davis. Starting last but not least is the 021 of Kevin Davis. That's right, there's only one car in this heat race. And Kevin Davis will advance. So he's not really fighting for a chance to make the feature. This is just a chance for him to get a little bit of practice in a racing setting. Will he grid, though? And what will happen if he doesn't grid? There we go. Kevin Davis grids here at North Wilkesboro, so he'll get... This is actually pretty good. Kevin Davis will get 20 laps of extra practice compared to the rest of the drivers. So not turning a qualifying lap, a good way to maybe get some extra practice by running in this B main. Again, he's not fighting for anything. He will advance to the feature. This is just, again, a chance for him to get a little bit extra practice in. Make sure to take this time while we have this one car B main to share the stream on Facebook. It helps us out a ton, and it's greatly appreciated. It gives exposure to the league, the drivers, the sponsors, and it just helps us out a ton. So be greatly appreciated if you share that stream on Facebook. Also, make sure to like us on YouTube, as it helps out with the algorithm, and it helps expose us to more people. And again, it helps out with the league, the drivers, the sponsors, all that stuff. And it's free. So here we go. One car B main. Kevin Davis just getting some practice in. And since we really can't do a play-by-play with one car on track, let's turn up the volume and pump up the intensity, and here you'll get to see the sights and hear the sounds of the racetrack. Here we go. And looks like Kevin Davis is actually pitting. And I am not sure why. And he manually disconnects. And that will bring out... I am very confused at what's going on here. The caution flag is out. Yeah, they might have advanced the session, potentially. So we will wait to see what happens here. I know race control probably figuring everything out. It's always difficult when you have one driver in the B main, because you don't know if you want to advance the session so we can just get to racing quickly, or do you want to let it play out and give that one driver maybe a little bit of extra practice? That's up to the race control. So while we wait for that, make sure to take this time to check out our web store, intensitybroadcasting.com. There you can find merch from your favorite broadcaster and all the amazing leagues that we broadcast. Now make sure to especially go and check out the Thunderstruck collection on there. And definitely, probably one of my favorite shirts on the site is the Thunderstruck Racing shirt. And it comes in a lot of different colors: black heather, navy, red, black, dark gray heather, asphalt, and oxblood black. And it comes in sizes from extra small to 5XL. It's 100% combed and ring spun cotton. Very, very comfortable. And I love the design on that shirt. So make sure to go pick one up, a Thunderstruck Racing shirt. There is also just plain old Thunderstruck t-shirts that come in colors black, navy, red, sport gray, and white, and sizes small to 5XL. And these are also 100% cotton, and they are very, very comfortable. You can also get a sticker that come in sizes 3x3, 4x4, and 5.5. And there we go. The session has advanced now, so we're going to have another little warm-up just to give these drivers a little bit more time to get everything dialed in. But as I was saying, you can also pick up Thunderstruck stickers that come in sizes 3x3, 4x4, and 5.5 by 5.5, and it's perfect to put on your truck or your race car and show some support for the league. And also, we also have photo paper posters on there. They're glossy matte finish posters that you can put on your wall in like your office or your room, and they come in sizes 10x10, 12x12, 14x14, 16x16, 18x18, and 8x10. So go show some support to us and Thunderstruck by getting some merchandise from intensitybroadcasting.com. All proceeds go back into the broadcast or to the league. And you know, we're always trying to improve these broadcasts. But I'm excited to see what this race is going to bring, because really wide corners, a long track. These drivers are flying around this place, hitting speeds of up to 130 miles per hour. But when wrecks happen here, it all just happens so fast, and there's not really a ton that you can do. So there we go. Warm-up is wrapping up. Kyle Martinson finishing out on the top of the board. He ran a 17.93. So we got a 16-car field tonight. Only one can win. Will we see a repeat winner? Somebody like Corey Bigley, Aaron Johnson, Donald Clark, Kyle Martinson, or will we see somebody new? That is the question. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's event. He ran a 17.757. It's the 07 of Kyle Martinson. That was a lot of sevens there. Outside of him, we got the 32 Team Peacemaker, Jason Warren. Third, it's Daniel Pope the second and the 16. Fourth is Velocity Motorsports, is Aaron Johnson in the 21. And then rounding out your top five, it's the 28 of Corey Bigley. Sixth, it's Matt Telleder in the 2. Seventh is the 82 of Shane Bedford. 8th is Wildfire Racing, Shannon Wilder in the 10. 9th is AJ Rogers, and then the rounding out your top 10, we got Rick Rube. 11th is Cole World Racing's Josh Cole. 12th is CJ Grooms. 13th is Aaron Ward. 14th is Velocity Motorsports' Sam Wetstein. 15th is Oswald Racing's Josh the Jet Oswald. And then last but not least, it is Kevin Davis. So here we go. We are pacing here at North Wilkesboro. Drivers getting those tires warmed up. Now, let's take a look here at the race info. 74 degrees Fahrenheit, 19% humidity, overcast, 2 miles per hour wind speed. Track temperature is a little bit very cool at 79 degrees Fahrenheit. We're in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, the Tar Heel State, at the 0.52 mile North Wilkesboro Speedway. And here we go. We are getting ready to go back, get green. Kyle Martinson starting on the bottom. Jason Warren starting on the top. We see Jason Warren running a new paint scheme, running a red and lime green paint scheme. Changing it up from his purple scheme that he usually runs. Here we go. Coming to the green flag. And green flag out here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. There we see Kyle Martinson taking off. Jason Warren on his outside. Martinson able to get clear side by side for second. We see Pope with the nose on the backstretch. Can he get clear in 3 and 4? He does. Daniel Pope the second. Now 2 second, and he is setting his sights on your first place driver, Kyle Martinson. Pope getting a great run off of turn number 2. Gets into the back bumper of the 07, and that is going to bring out the first caution of the race. That battle for the lead didn't have anything to do with it. Something else happened in the field, so we will see what happened. Looks like Aaron Ward got in an incident, so we'll see what happened to him. So here's Aaron Ward coming up on the 81 of Rick Rube, who also has a different paint scheme. And we see Ward just gets loose, and 1 and 2 car comes out from under him. Oswald gets involved. We see the 22 gets involved. Sam Wetstein getting damage. Yeah, that is unfortunate for Ward. Just got loose and ends up falling to the 13th spot. Now, here's a little bit of information on North Wilkesboro Speedway. The dream of North Wilkesboro Speedway began in the mid-1940s when Enid Staley found inspiration in a stock car race that Bill France had promoted in South Carolina before the formation of NASCAR. The story goes that Staley and his partners ran out of money to create their perfect oval, leaving the track with an uphill slope on the backstretch and a downhill slope to the finish. Such was born one of the most unique short tracks in NASCAR history, a 0.625 mile oval that hosted the Premier Cup Series twice a year until 1996. From the second that last checkered flag fell, race fans have clamored for the return of North Wilkesboro, and now they'll get the chance to actually drive it here on iRacing. The track has been digitally restored to its 1987 state, giving iRacers the opportunity to go back in time and relive the iconic North Carolina short car as it existed in its heyday. And if you've looked at racing news recently, there's a chance for North Wilkesboro to return back to what it used to be, as this summer and this fall they're going to be having some asphalt short track racing in August, super late models, and then they're going to tear up the asphalt, and then they're going to run dirt races in October. And then after that, they're going to repave it and try to restore a lot of the track and maybe get it ready for some racing in 23-3, some big races maybe. In the future, we might see ARCA races, truck races, and hopefully, maybe down the line, a cup race. Maybe a Cars Tour race. That'd be awesome. We're getting ready to go back green here. Kyle Martinson restarting on the bottom. Daniel Pope restarting on the top. Pace car is in. Green flag back out there. We see Kyle Martinson taking off. We see Daniel Pope able to get clear of Jason Warren. And another yellow flag is out on the restart. Let's see what happened. Looks like Shane Bedford has crashed. We're not able to complete a lap before the caution flag came out. So here's a look at what happened. Green flag back out. We see Bedford side by side with, and oh, this happened in front of him. We saw contact get made between Shannon Wilder and Josh Cole. We see on the restart, looks like Cole pushes up the track a little bit into Wilder. Both of them get into that outside wall. We see the 81 of Rick Rube getting damaged. CJ Grooms getting involved. Josh Oswald able to slip through. Same thing with Sam Wetstein. Barely, though. So that'll bring out the second caution of the race. Now, iRacing did a fantastic job restoring this track to its 1987 state, back when the track was in its heyday. I mean, as soon as the session loads and you get onto this track, it's like stepping back in time with the red and white walls and all the different advertisements. And we see all like the different, it's just, I feel like this is probably one of the tracks on iRacing where iRacing definitely put some of the most detail into it. But yeah, like I was saying, North Wilkesboro Speedway is going to be returning with some grassroots short track asphalt and dirt racing. So if you live anywhere near North Wilkesboro, that would be the opportunity of a lifetime to come check this out. So what it's going to be is in August, there's going to be some short track racing. Hornets are going to be racing super late models, street stocks, limited late models, open wheel modifieds, late model stock. And then in October, there's going to be dirt races with Hornets. Hornets, super late model, crate, open wheel. So that's going to be awesome. Again, if you live anywhere near North Wilkesboro, that'd be awesome to go to it. I definitely would recommend maybe checking that out for either the asphalt or the dirt race. Because it's going to be one of the biggest events in short track racing in probably the past 10 or 20 years with the hype that's been surrounding it. Green flag back out there. We see Kyle Martinson taking off. He's got Daniel Pope the second right behind him. Pope setting up that pass, looking high, looking low. We see the door is open. He's going to try to get under him in 3 and 4. He can't quite get there, but he's still right on that back bumper. If he wanted to bump him, he definitely could. I know Pope, Martinson have probably raced with each other for a lot of races in between ITZR and here. So I know Pope probably thinking back. Oh, we see giving him a little tap, and that was perfectly executed. That pushes the 07 Martinson up the track. Pope able to get under him, and Daniel Pope now to the first place spot. Kyle Martinson falls to second. That it was probably the perfect bump and run. Gets into the back bumper, doesn't wreck him, but he bumps him enough where it upsets the car, and he pushes up the track, able to get under him, and then as soon as he headed into 1 and 2, he was able to get clear. Perfect pass from Daniel Pope, and that time by, he just ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 17.86. Jason Warren trying to get up to Kyle Martinson, and we have our third caution is out. So, looks like CJ Grooms has crashed in his Thunderstruck debut. A rough race for him so far. Here's the look at what happened to Mr. Grooms. We see he was side by side with Shane Bedford. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was going to be what happened. No, here comes Sam Wetstein. Ooh. That looked like a racing incident, but let's watch it here. Watch where the 22 has his left side tires at. Yeah, it did look like maybe 22 came down a little bit. I think he was just trying to run his normal line and get down as low as possible, but he had Wetstein right below him and just didn't end up well. Let's see, let's pull in one of our drivers. Let's pull in Josh Oswald. Josh, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you. How are you?
Doing pretty good up here in the booth, and looks like you're doing pretty good on track, having a good top 10 run so far. I know you didn't really get the starting position you wanted, starting in 15th, but you worked your way up to the top 10. What's your plan to get up to the top 5 here?
Try and keep this car underneath me. Setup starting out a little loose. That's what happened in qualifying. Just tried to get a little too much and ended up looping it off of turn 4, killed both my laps. So, long race yet. Hopefully we can get some green flag run in here. Just hoping to keep tire underneath me, keep the nose clean, and hopefully be up front at the end.
Awesome. Well, let's see. We're getting ready to go back green. Good luck on this next restart, Josh.
Thanks, man.
No problem. All right, getting ready to go back green here. Daniel Pope restarting on the bottom. Kyle Martinson restarting on the top. Behind them is Jason Warren and Aaron Johnson. And green flag back out there. We see Daniel Pope taking off. We see Jason Warren trying to get under Kyle Martinson for second. He can't quite get there. He's side by side for third between him and Aaron Johnson. Kyle Martinson reeling in Daniel Pope now for this first place spot. Martinson might want to try to do the same thing that Pope did to him, a little bump and run, get into that back bumper enough to upset the car, pushes it up the track, and you're able to get under him. I mean, I can't say it enough. That move that Pope made to Martinson was absolutely perfect. So Martin right now looking to see what Daniel Pope is doing, thinking back, you know, what is he known for doing? What is Pope's tendencies? He might wash up off a certain corner or maybe have later entry, and that's going to leave the door open for him in certain corners. That's what he's kind of watching for. Martinson also looking to see where Pope is braking, where he's lifting. You might want to try to use that to his advantage. We see we're 25 laps through this thing. Look at your current top 5. Daniel Pope in first, Kyle Martinson in second, Jason Warren in third, fourth is Aaron Johnson, and then rounding out your top 5, we have AJ Rogers. Jason Warren starting to reel in Kyle Martinson for this second place spot that time by. They ran pretty much identical lap times. Warren is going to need to be a little bit faster than Martinson if he wants to be able to get by him. And we see Warren has very, very good corner exit speed. We saw for 2 there, he got a good run. This time by again, another good run. So if Warren can keep it up, good exits and great runs off the corner, he will be able to get by the... Oh, and we saw the 07 got a little bit squirrely coming off of 2. Those are the kind of mistakes that Warren is watching for. Martinson is going to be... He's going to need to run a mistake-free race, and he's going to need to be careful if he wants to hold off Jason Warren. both drivers in second and third have lost a spot since the green flag drop, both to Daniel Pope II, who started in third. So right now, second, third, and fourth, all in close proximity of each other. You can throw a blanket over those driving. Oh! Jason Warren coming off of turn number 2. Car breaks loose. And no caution flag will come out. Single car spin. There we go. That's the caution. We will see exactly what happened to Warren here. All right, here is a look at what happened. So we see Jason Warren, got Aaron Johnson behind him, trying to get by Kyle Martinson. Drives way low, and yep, that's what did it. He clips that grass, and that really just upsets the car. There we see he goes around, and after that, there's no controlling it. Hits the fence, damaging the nose of that machine, but yeah, once those left side tires hit that grass, it's hard to control it. I think Warren was just trying to run a low line, but was running a little bit too low and clipped that grass. So you kind of got to find that happy medium where you don't want to be too high to allow somebody to get under you, but you don't want to be too low where you're clipping that grass and upsetting that car. So I'm going to be interested to watch Jason Warren and his trek back up to the field. I know he's still going to be fast, but he's going to have a lot of slower cars that he's going to need to pass. And a lot of the wrecks that have been happening from around, I'd say, 5th to 12th, which is about where Warren's going to be running at. So he's got to be careful not get caught up in any of the mess. So this is the 4th caution of the race. Last week, we had 9 cautions at the bull ring. We saw a lot of beating and banging, a lot of aggressive driving from a lot of our drivers, which was what I had come to expect from the bull ring. I mean, it really lived up to its name as the bull ring. We saw just a lot of beating and banging. That's really just the nature of the track. Tight corners, short track, not a lot of places to make moves, and so you really just got to rely on that front bumper to do the work for you, and a lot of times that didn't end up very well for some of our drivers. So I think we're going to see a lot more cleaner race tonight, and I think we really have. It's just been a couple incidents, maybe like a self-spin. Pace car is in. Green flag back out there. We see Daniel Pope taking off. We see Aaron Johnson, great restart, taking advantage of restarting on the bottom. He gets under Kyle Martinson, trying to hang him out to dry on that outside. Martinson still with the nose. As we head onto the backstretch, they trade a little bit of paint there, and Martinson gets a great run, and that is enough to get him clear. Kyle Martinson to the 2nd place spot now. Aaron Johnson falls to 3rd. But Johnson not letting Kyle Martinson get away. He is staying right on that back bumper, and 3rd through 5th, all running very close to each other. There we see Corey Bigley peeking low, trying to get under AJ Rogers for the 4th place spot. And while all of these drivers are battling, that's slowing all of them down and allowing Daniel Pope to get away from the rest of the field. So Aaron Johnson looking high, looking low, trying to set up that pass. One thing he's waiting for is Martinson to make a mistake. We have seen a couple times Martinson has gotten a little bit squirrely off of a corner. If that happens, Johnson needs to jump on it and take advantage of it. Also, it does look like Martinson is arcing his corners a little bit, especially into one, and that's leaving that door open. If Johnson maybe runs a little bit of a lower entry and he can get under the 07, he can push him up the track and get a good run on that bottom coming off of 2 and get clear of him. This was what it looks like from the cockpit cam of Aaron Johnson. That gives you a good perspective of how close he is to that back bumper of Martinson in these turns. Again, this is a very, very fast track. One of the fastest tracks that you could put these super late models on that's under a mile. And right now, that last time by, these drivers were hitting speeds of up to 125 miles per hour. That is very, very impressive, very, very fast for these super late models. Oh, we see A.J. Rogers getting a little bit squirrely coming off of turn number 4. That is going to leave the door open for Corey Bigley. Corey trying to get under him. He couldn't quite get there. We see some smoke. I don't know where that came from. But so far, after taking the lead, it has been all Daniel Pope in that 16 machine. Aaron Johnson is still trying to set up a pass on your second place driver, Kyle Martinson. It looks like the spot, and we see a car just crashed at Shannon Wilder. Question is, will that bring out a caution, or is he able to get back going? Ooh, we see Johnson, Martinson both getting a little bit squirrely coming off of turn number 2. If that happens to Martinson and Johnson doesn't get squirrely, Johnson can definitely take advantage of that. So we are 50 laps through this thing. Here's a look at your current top 5. First, it's Daniel Pope. Second is Kyle Martinson. Third is Aaron Johnson. Fourth, we have A.J. Rogers. And then running out your top 5, we have Corey Bigley. There we see second, third, Martinson, Johnson coming up on lap traffic again. Martinson getting a little bit squirrely coming off a turn. Oh, we see Johnson in 1 and 2 able to get under Martinson side by side, heading on to the backstretch. Johnson still there in 3 and 4 to the door, to the bumper. Johnson with the nose coming off of turn number 4. Martinson fighting back on the outside. Johnson, oh, he is able to get back clear. Kyle Martinson to second. Johnson to third. Oh, we see Johnson getting very loose coming off of turn number 4. That's going to slow him down a little bit, slow down that progress. We continue to watch this battle as well for fourth between A.J. Rogers and Corey Bigley. That time by, Bigley a little bit faster than Rogers. Let's see how their lap times compare this time by. Yeah, we saw Corey Bigley ran at 18.26, Rogers 18.41, so about 0.2 ahead of Rogers right now. Aaron Johnson trying to reel back in Kyle Martinson after he got a little bit squirrely coming off of turn number 4, lost all his momentum. And we continue to watch this battle as well for fourth between Rogers, Bigley. We see Johnson getting a great run heading into turns 1 and 2. And again, a good run off of turn number 2. That 21 looking very, very fast right now. That time by, last time by was about a 10th faster than Martinson. Let's see how much faster he was this time by. This time by was about 500ths. Still, that can mean a lot. That's a half a tenth. That can mean a lot for sure. So Aaron Johnson continues to ride behind Kyle Martinson. This is the battle for second. Aaron Johnson, I know, one thing he's waiting for is Martinson to make a mistake. So far, we've seen it is very, very easy to make a mistake here at North Wilkesboro. We've seen a lot of times drivers typically getting loose off of the exit of the corners 2 and 4. So Johnson waiting for that, waiting for Martinson to get a little bit squirrely. This time by, we are just now hitting the halfway point, and I think this is the perfect time to turn up the volume and pump up the intensity here. You'll get to see the sights and hear the sounds of the racetrack. Here we go. And right as we do that, we see a caution flag is out, so we will take a look at what happened here. Looks like CJ Grooms went off track. So here's CJ Grooms heading into turns 1 and 2. Yeah, car just comes out from under him, about center of the corner. Not able to save it. So he slides all the way into the grass. And there you go. That is what brings out the caution. Looks like nobody else get involved. It's just a single car spin. But we will re-rack them, restack them, and get ready to go back green here. Yep, there we go. We would like to one more time, first of all, thank Shock iRacing Performance for all of their support for Thunderstruck. And also we'd like to thank Big Frig for all of their support as well. Big Frig provides high-quality stainless steel double-wall vacuum-sealed tumblers, as well as high-quality roto-molded coolers. Big Frig caters to the consumer, whether you're an adventurer, outdoorsman, sports fanatic, or just someone who enjoys a hot cup of joe. Big Frig knows that not every customer is the same, so they design their products to fit your needs. Take the Badlands coolers along with you to your next barbecue or on your next hunting or fishing trip, or take along their 30-ounce Big Frig on a fishing trip and have a cold drink on hand for an all-day excursion. All of their products are made durable with stainless steel construction. Their double-wall vacuum insulation helps with temperature preservation, keeping drinks cold for over 50 hours and hot for 5+ hours. Now, if you're like, hey, I'm interested in purchasing some products from Big Frig, here there are 3 ways that you can go about this. You can visit their website, purchase products directly from there. You can search up Big Frig on Amazon, and you can find all of their products on there. Or you can click dealer locations on their website and see if your nearest sporting goods store has Big Frig in stock. So again, if you're looking for high quality tumblers or coolers, Big Frig, definitely the way to go. We are getting ready to go back green here. Lights are off on the pace car. Daniel Pope the second, restarting on the bottom outside of him. It is Kyle Martinson. And green flag back out there. We see Daniel Pope taking off side by side for second between Johnson and Martinson. Johnson taking advantage of starting on the bottom. He hangs out. Martinson out to dry on that outside. We see Johnson with the nose coming off of turn number 2. Still with the nose as we head through 3 and 4. Almost clear. And he is able to get clear. Aaron Johnson now to the second place spot. Kyle Martinson will fall to third. And we see Aaron Johnson now setting his sights on your leader, Daniel Pope II. Nobody has been able to get anywhere near him throughout this entire race, but will Johnson be able to be the one to do that? We see Laura Biddy Johnson on Facebook says, come on, Aaron, number 21. Johnson has been a big mover after starting in that third place spot. He was able to get by Jason Warren and Kyle Martinson, and he is now up to second, chasing Daniel Pope for this lead. Johnson looking to try to get his third win of the season. He did win last week at the Bull Ring, and he won at South Boston. I know South Boston and the Bull Ring are very similar, but North Wilkesboro a lot different than those other two tracks that I named. Still, Johnson showing that he is fast here tonight. We see A.J. Rogers on the back bumper. Oh, we see Rogers getting a little bit squirrely coming off of turn number 4. That might pose an opportunity for Corey Bigley to get by him, but like I was saying, Rogers trying to set up a pass on Kyle Martinson for third. We see Corey Bigley trying to get by A.J. Rogers for fourth. We see Corey Bigley trying to get by A.J. Rogers for this fourth place spot. We've seen Rogers slip up a couple times coming off the exit of the corners. So that might be a spot where Corey wants to try to pass him at. Wait for him to push up and get under him there. Once again, we weren't able to do it before, but I think now is the perfect opportunity to turn up the volume and pump up the intensity. Here you'll get to see the sights and hear the sounds of the racetrack. Here we go. There you go. That is going to do it for Pop Up the Intensity. Hopefully you enjoyed us turning up the volume. We take a look back now to the racing action. Tightest battle in the field right now is for that fourth place spot. Actually, Corey Bigley was able to get by AJ Rogers for this fourth place spot. But we see AJ Rogers not letting Corey get away. He is right on his back bumper, trying to set up a pass. Looking to see what Bigley's doing. He might wash up off of a certain corner. If so, Rogers got to take advantage of that. So right now, field getting pretty spread out. I think this is the longest green flag run that we've had. Drivers saving their tires for the end, not really wanting to battle with each other. We do have a battle going on. A 3-car battle for 9th between Sam Wetstein, Shane Bedford, and Josh Cole. So this could get interesting. I know Bedford under a lot of pressure right now because he's battling a battle on 2 fronts. He's not only trying to play offense and get by Sam Wetstein, but he's also trying to play defense and hold off Josh Cole. So you really can't do both at the same time. You really can't mirror drive and look in front of you at the same time. So really got to choose one to exert your energy into. And looks like Sam Wetstein actually extending that gap between him and Bedford. Or he's trying to, at least. Right now, field pretty spread out. Here's a look at their current top 5. Daniel Pope the second and first. Aaron Johnson in second. Kyle Martinson currently sitting in third. Corey Bigley in fourth. And then rounding out your top 5, we have A.J. Rogers. So right now, pretty much the entire field separated by 3/10 or more. Again, I think this is the longest green flag run that we've had. A lot of drivers trying to save tires for the end of the race. So I don't know if we're going to stay green for the rest of the race or if we might have a late race caution. That is the thing that I'm wondering right now. One thing we're watching for, will Aaron Johnson be able to catch Daniel Pope by the end of this thing? That time by. So Johnson was about 200ths faster than Pope. As I say that, we see Corey Bigley starting to reel in Kyle Martinson for this 3rd place spot. Bigley getting a great run in 3 and 4. Watch out for that 28 Revelry Racing machine. Bigley is your current points leader, trying to hang on to it. I mean, if him and Johnson finish where they're at, Bigley will still be the point standings leader. So here's how the tire wear has been looking. We see Daniel Pope's fastest lap time was a 17.86. Last time by he ran an 18.44. So we're seeing quite a bit of tire wear here. Corey Bigley continuing to try to set up that pass on that 07 machine. Right now, that Celebrity's Hot Dogs machine of Daniel Pope looking very, very fast right now. Although he is actually not the fastest car in the field right now. That time by, if you look at lap times, the fastest car in the field is 2nd place Aaron Johnson, who is a 10th faster than Daniel Pope. That time by, the top 5 all pretty much ran identical lap times. That's very crazy. They were with 100th of each other. That time by Daniel Pope a little bit faster. We got 25 laps to go now. And I think at this portion of the race, the word give is going to go out of a lot of drivers' vocabulary. I think we're going to see a lot more taking, a lot more beating and banging, a lot more drivers using that front bumper to make moves. We see side by side for fifth between A.J. Rogers, Jason Warren. Rogers with the nose coming through 1 and 2. Trying to hang Warren out to dry on that outside, but Warren getting a great run. Rogers fights back on the bottom. And he is able to get clear. A.J. Rogers now to the 5th place spot. Jason Warren falls to the 6th place spot. But Jason Warren not letting A.J. Rogers get away. Almost got to his back bumper there. Coming off of 2. So Jason Warren, I know, one difference between him and Rogers is we see Jason Warren, a little bit of a crinkled front end for that 32 machine, but it doesn't look like it is affecting him too much. He is actually running faster than leader Daniel Pope right now. In fact, Jason Warren is the fastest car on track. Now, one thing I do find, I'm racing real life myself, and I gotta agree with this. I always feel like I'm running faster when I'm chasing somebody else. And so, Daniel Pope, he's not chasing anybody. He's just leading the race. He's got a clear track ahead of him. Jason Warren, he's fighting for a position. He is right on the back bumper of another driver. So that might be motivating him to run a little bit faster. We see Corey Bigley also trying to reel in Kyle Martinson for this 3rd place spot. These two battled a little bit earlier, but we saw Martinson was able to get away. We see Corey Bigley able to get a great run on entry 1 there. Bigley entering in the corner a lot lower than where Martinson is entering. Maybe that's an effort to just try to get under that 07. Another big run in turn number 1 for Corey Bigley. He is right there. So Corey Bigley looking high, looking low, trying to set up that pass on Kyle Martinson. Uh-oh, look at this. Aaron Johnson reeling in Daniel Pope now for this lead. 14 laps left. That time by Johnson, a 10th faster than Pope. Johnson, big run here in 1 and 2. Gets a great run off the exit. Gaining on him here in 3 and 4. Another good run here in 1 and 2. Yeah, Johnson is reeling in Pope fast. If he keeps up this momentum, he should be able to get by him. Question is, how is he going to go about this? If Pope runs a defensive line, it'll be difficult for Johnson to get by him. He might want to try to do a bump and run here with the fact that we're coming to 10 laps to go. See Trey Johnson says, go little bro. Aaron. Lord Betty Johnson says, I love mac and cheese, number 21. Aaron Johnson right there, looking to get his 3rd win of the season. Daniel Pope, he is trying to get his 1st win of the season. I do think if everybody finishes where they're at, however, Corey Bigley will remain the point standings leader. unless something would happen in these final 8 laps, which is definitely not unlikely. Coming across the line now, 7 laps to go. Can Daniel Pope hold off Aaron Johnson? Pope, ever since taking the lead from Martinson early on, has led the rest of the way. Hasn't really had a lot of pressure from anybody until now. 6 laps to go now for that Celebrity Hot Dogs machine. I know these two have raced against each other a lot between ITZR and Thunderstruck. So both drivers know what each other does, each other's tendencies, that kind of thing. We got 5 laps to go now as we cross the line. We've got 16 more left-hand turns to go for Daniel Pope, but Aaron Johnson right there trying to make a move. We might see him try to use that chrome horn, use that front bumper here. Here we go through 3 and 4. 3 to go now. What will Aaron Johnson try to do? Johnson fighting for his 3rd win of the season. And Aaron Johnson also looking for his 1st championship. Two laps to go now. We see Pope extended that gap a little bit, but we see Aaron Johnson, good run here in 1 and 2. I think these final 2 laps, Aaron Johnson pushing that car as hard as he possibly can. Final lap, can Aaron Johnson get by Daniel Pope here? We see Johnson getting a little bit squirrely off of 2. That might hurt his momentum a little bit. Last chance in 3 and 4. Can he get there? He does not. Daniel Pope wins the race here at North Wilkesboro. Aaron Johnson takes 2nd. Kyle Martinson ends up finishing 3rd. I do want to shout out the big frig move of the race. I'm trying to find it here. Here it is right here. So this was, in my opinion, the big frig move of the race. Daniel Pope's move to get by Kyle Martinson. When I saw this pass, I was like, wow, that was perfectly executed. And this ended up getting him to the lead where he led the rest of the way. Actually, it is not here. That we see it happen. This is it right here. This is the big frig move of the race. Coming to the green flag. This move that Daniel Pope makes, absolutely perfect. And it happens here in 3 and 4. Watch this. Hope I believe it happens next lap here. Bump there, center of the corner. Gets the 07 squirrely, pushes them up the track. Pope able to get under him to the lead. Absolutely perfect execution there. All right, it's now time for the driver interviews. We'll start off by pulling in the 07 of Kyle Martinson. Kyle, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
What's up, buddy?
Doing pretty good up here in the booth. Looks like you were doing pretty good out there on track. I know you started in the pole, led the first couple laps battling with Jason. Then we saw on one of the restarts after the caution, we saw Daniel Pope gave you the bump and run, and he was able to get by you for first. And after that, he really just ran away from you. And for the rest of the race, you ran in second a little bit. We saw Johnson at one point able to get under you. You fell to third, and then for the rest of the race, it was just trying to hold off Corey, who was behind you. And he was right there about a tenth behind you at the finish. So tight battle there. I mean, what's your take on tonight's event?
Yeah, Pope and Aaron, even Corey, they were super fast tonight. Pope, he kind of gave me the bumper run there, but I kind of deserved it. I gave him the same thing at Langley last season, so kind of well-deserved there, and hats off to them tonight.
Now, North Wilkesboro, a long track, wide corners. How does that affect the racing?
I don't know. I was turning on my brake bias thinking I was going to stay the right front, but after, comparing Tyler with everyone else, their brake bias was like a 54, mine was like a 46, and their stuff was a lot better than mine, so I don't know. It's just difficult. Now,
before I let you go, Kyle, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Yep, shout out to Kent Hunley and all my teammates at Shot Guy, Danny Pope. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, yeah, my wife, of course.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight, Kyle. Have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, man.
Yep, no problem. All right, we're now going to pull in your second-place finisher from Hueytown, Alabama. It's Aaron Johnson. Aaron, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Awesome. Well, what a race for you tonight. One of the biggest movers in the field. Started in fourth. I know you were battling up front there for the first half, and then we saw Jason Warren ended up getting the grass spinning, so that got you to third. And then you were battling with Kyle Martinson, able to get by him on one of the restarts, and you ended up running in second for the rest of the race, trying to get by Daniel Pope. You couldn't quite get by him there. He's just a little bit faster, but still, you were there till the end, ended up finishing really, really close to him, only 2/10 off at the stripe. So, good race for you tonight. I mean, what was your take on this event?
It was a great race. Hats off to Pope. He's one hell of a race car driver to even race with. For me to even be that close to him, that means something to me. It was a great race. Cars really loose. Just all about placement here on the racetrack, how you run your lines. And this was a big help to me for big races coming up here next week. So this helps me prepare for it. Other than that, it's a great race, racing with Kyle and Jason, all them. I hated that Jason spun himself out or whatever he did. We all could have had a good race right there, but I had fun, just learning.
Now, I know your past two wins that you've gotten have been on a lot shorter tracks. This was a lot longer track. High-speed drivers hitting top speeds about 125 miles per hour. What's the biggest difference between tracks like the Bullring and tracks like this?
You're carrying more speed in this. And you got to manage your corner speed and make sure you're not pushing it so far into the corner where you're on the verge of wrecking.
I got you. Well, before I let you go, Anna, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
I got to thank Velocity Motorsports, Jason Warren, Josh Oswald for putting this on, Daniel Pope at SPM. He puts a lot of time in helping me get better week in and week out. Kent Hunley at Shock Out Performance. I've been with him for a long time. He helps me a lot too. Gotta thank my wife for letting me race. I want to thank my parents and everybody who's watching. You for broadcasting. That's it.
Got you. Well, again, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. Have a great rest of your night, Aaron.
Appreciate it. You too.
Yep, thank you. And now let's pull in your winner, the 16 of Daniel Pope II. Daniel, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Awesome. Well, what a race for you tonight. Started in the third place spot, able to get by Jason Warren after he spun there, and after that, you were just sitting behind Martinson trying to get by him, and then we saw a perfectly executed bump and run. Got him up the track, got under him, and after that, you led the rest of the way. We did see Johnson was behind you for a little bit there coming to the finish, but you were able to hold him off. Got your first win of the season. I mean, great race. What was your take?
Just having a fun time. I enjoy racing with these guys. I enjoy racing with the Thunderstruck League. It was I messed up a little bit in qualifying. I think I could have set on the pole if I didn't overdrive 3 and 4. And I knew that the way the track plays out, that a lot of times it's hard to make a pass once the tires get a little bit of heat in them here, especially 1 and 2. It's kind of hard on the bottom. So I seen Kyle getting loose, and it's the old classic thing they say on Sundays, blood in the water. So he rolled down to the center, and I just lightly helped him get a little bit looser than he normally had been, and rolled on by.
Now, this is your first win of the season. How does it feel?
It's cool to win races. All these races are so hard to win anymore. It doesn't matter what league, who you're racing against. Most people that run these cars, that run these super late models, are very talented guys and very, very fast. So, every time you win one, it feels good, and then you just get ready for the next one.
Gotcha. Well, before I let you go, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Yeah, shout out to the SPM crowd, all the guys over there. There's quite a few of us now, and then of course, our family restaurant here in Asheville, North Carolina, Celebrity Hot Dogs. If anybody's in the area, grab your hot dogs. Good food.
Well, again, congratulations on your first win of the season. Hopefully, we might see a couple more this season.
Yeah, I'll be back to play a little bit more.
Gotcha. We'll hope to see you again. Hopefully, we'll be able to interview again. Again, congratulations on the win. Have a great rest of your night, Daniel.
You too, man. Take care.
Yep, thank you. Well, that is going to do it for tonight's event. One more time, congratulations to Daniel Pope on the win. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to and also thank you to the 2 series sponsors, Shock iRacing Performance, Big Frig, for all of their support. If you are looking for high-quality coolers or tumblers, Big Frig definitely the way to go. Go check out their website, bigfrig.com, for information on them. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as it would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to reach our goals of 2,500 followers on Facebook and 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and 1,000 followers on Twitch. Check out our Twitter, Intensity Broad 1. We're always dropping polls and interacting with our viewers on there. And also make sure to visit our web store, intensitybroadcasting.com. Go get you some merchandise from your favorite broadcaster and all the amazing leagues that we broadcast. Make sure to check out the Thunderstruck collection and pick up a Thunderstruck Racing tee, a Thunderstruck tee, Thunderstruck stickers, or a Thunderstruck photo paper poster. I'm Atlee Atman-Weason on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Over and out.